Okay, welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is about relative clauses, non-defining relative clauses and defining relative clauses. Now, what does that mean? The best way to understand is with examples, of course. But let me just give you some information first. A non-defining relative clause, remember, a clause is just a piece of a sentence, a small piece of a sentence which makes sense. A non-defining relative clause gives extra information. This means that information is unnecessary. The sentence means the same without the information. The information just gives something extra, but the sentence remains the same without the information. Commas show the extra information. They go at the start and at the end. And we mustn't use that. We only use which or who or where. Okay, we can't use that with non-defining relative clauses. Now let me give you a couple of examples. The giant panda. I hope you all know this big animal, which is black and white. Well, I hope you also know that the giant panda, which lives in China, eats bamboo. Now, this information is extra information. If we take it away, the sentence is still okay, and it still means the same. The giant panda eats bamboo. The giant panda, which lives in China, by the way, eats bamboo. So this extra information is separated with commas, and we cannot say that here. It is wrong. If you say the giant panda that lives in China eats bamboo, it's wrong. Really, this is non-defining because the giant panda is already defined. It's very clearly defined as the giant panda. Now, if we look at defining relative clauses, you need to start with something indefinite, like the bear. Now this is indefinite, and we're going to define it with the relative clause. Now we're going to define which bear. We're going to say the bear which or that lives in China. Sorry, the bear that lives in China eats bamboo. Now in this sentence we have no commas, and that is possible or whichever one you prefer. The bear which lives in China eats bamboo. Now with defining relative clauses, the sentence has a different meaning without this clause. Let's just pretend that we take this out. The bear eats bamboo. That's very different from the bear which lives in China eats bamboo. You know that not all bears eat bamboo. Yeah, so this changes it from being a correct sentence, a true sentence, to something which is untrue. It certainly changes the meaning. Not all bears eat bamboo. And so I think it completely changes the meaning when you take this out. Whereas in this one, the meaning stays exactly the same. So that's the difference between defining and non-defining relative clauses. And here we can use that, and we don't use commas. Okay, let me just give you one more example, and I hope that makes it clear. Please ask questions under the video if it's still not clear. Let's try rubbing off some of this. I'll give you one more example. Hold on. Okay, let's talk about a comedy which I like, a TV show. We could say the IT Crowd. And here we've already defined it, really. It's already defined in the first sentence. We know exactly which comedy it is. The IT Crowd. And then I could give in extra information and say which was made 5 years ago. Let's say, which was made 5 years ago. I'm not sure when, but it doesn't matter. Comma, is a great comedy. Okay, this is extra information. If we take it out, the IT Crowd is a great comedy. It's the same meaning, okay, exactly the same meaning. However, let's make this into a defining clause. Let's start with the comedy. The comedy which or that I like the most, or which is my favourite. Let's say I like the most, why not? Is called the IT Crowd. Okay, no commas here. We can use that or which. And if you take this out, it's different. The comedy is called the IT Crowd. It's very different from the comedy I like the most is called the IT Crowd. Okay? Okay, I hope that's clear. I hope you can see how this is information which defines which comedy. It defines which one. It's the one which I like the most. Whereas here it's just extra information. So please subscribe if you like the lesson, and please ask any questions about that you have about this, because some students do get confused, and it can be a little bit confusing. Okay, thanks for watching. See you all soon.